first to Professor Nayan, first I think we should first recognize that Carnatic music has predominantly been elite art. It has not been popular art. I think that is something I would like to first state. It is not like it's been elite only in the last century. The Devadasis were part of an elite narrative. Therefore, the community of the Devadasis and the Nagaswara Vidwans were very closely tied to them. They were the same family of musicians. And the king and the Brahmins were all part of an elite narrative. So that is why, for example, the languages used in Carnatic music became Telugu and Sanskrit because the Vijayanagara kings were using those languages. So the court language influenced the language of the music also. So first, it is not something that happened because of the British or post-British. It is something that we need to accept that this has been an elite narrative. What happened is some communities fell out of the elite bracket or maybe forced out of the elite category. Therefore, exactly. So therefore, they were removed and the music stayed elite. So that's the first point. So whether it was really part of a popular discourse is something that I'm not very sure about. Whether Carnatic music was actually ever part of a popular discourse. Now, you use the word folk. Now, that also brings to the other problematic word. What are we referring to as folk? I mean, would you call Yakshagana folk? Would you call Krishnattam folk? I wouldn't call them folk. So those are commentaries, very social commentaries. So I think that in spite of this, I think what has always happened in the history of art is that the exchange of ideas, of thought processes have always passed on and moved. So it is very possible that melodic ideas that were used in, say, some other form was taken over by the elite class and used as a raga, development raga. All these things, exchanges definitely happened. Rhythmic systems also happened. In rhythmic systems, we can see it very clearly. So I think that first it has been elite art, and therefore now the problem of it being elite art also brings to its circle, its environment, that all that matters to the elite automatically becomes the most important aspect of the music also. This is where the question of devotion comes in. Now, the question of devotion, if you look at the history, I do not believe that though the lyrics would have been connected to some king or some lord right through, that the focus was on that till at least sociologically, say mid-19th century. I connect this whole turnaround of making it religious music as part of this whole nationalistic narrative that happened post mid-19th century, where it became very important to show yourself as being some kind of a pure tradition, some kind of a pure society, an ancient society. Sorry?
And caste hegemony.
And caste hegemony, of course, that's very important.